If only I could turn back the hands of time, I would have obviously made tremendous progress. Of course, meme coin trading is not only about the best filters, taking profits, being part of the best community. There's a lot more to it. So when it comes to meme coin trading, right, everybody really wants to escape the metrics. My journey hasn't been very easy. I've done a whole lot of stuff. I've made a lot of mistakes. And this is one of the reasons why I would obviously love to save somebody from that treacherous journey. It's not really easy dealing with all the different emotions involved with trading. And when it comes to meme coin trading, right, everything really moves at a very fast pace. So this is one of the reasons why I really want to sort of, help you. Skills actually do really matter. You see, if you really want to become very good at trading meme coins, you have to really apply a lot of skills in a short period of time. And this is one of the reasons why making sure that you are on point as far as technical analysis is concerned, risk management, and just basically being able to make very good logical decisions in a short period of time is really going to make you the best meme coin trader. So go to the basics, check out the fundamentals, do basic technical analysis, understand volume profiles, do Wyckoff schematics, distribution, accumulation, and just basically be able to combine all those tools and utilize whatever whatever privilege you might have with regards to people who are just sort of trading with a group. However, a lot of people usually think that when you're trading meme coins, right, you have to be part of a community, and this is one of the reasons why a lot of people who are into meme coin trading, they would rather join a paid group or just basically be part of a community and trade with people because they are trying to compensate for those skills that they are lacking. But one thing that you have to remember is meme coin trading is obviously a very, very lonely road. This is what I meant. You see, when you get your first winning streak, yo, beginner's luck, if I can put it that way, right? For lack of a better term, because everybody who gets really engraved when it comes to trading meme coins, if you really sort of get addicted, because there's some sort of addiction to meme coin trading, because there's fast money, there's the adrenaline, there's that rush that you usually get. So, uh, what usually happens is your first trades are going to be very successful. Probably you heard somebody who made a lot of money. Maybe you've got a cousin, a family member who made a lot of money, right? And you also believe that meme coins can genuinely make you a whole lot of money. So there's that anticipation, there's that belief that you have, and this usually drives or rather gets into addiction. You're sort of somehow addicted to meme coin trading, and then you're going to reach a point in your meme coin trading life when you are going to encounter losses. Probably you're going to get rug pulled one or two times, a couple of times, and eventually you're going to end up losing a lot of money. And what's really going to help you out of this journey, number one, is you're supposed to have a very good mental faculty. You're supposed to have like a healthy mental and emotional state as well, because a lot of people really neglect the fact that this is going to be very draining. You are definitely going to have a lot of anxiety, you're going to have mental issues, you're going to have emotional issues as well. So this is one of the reasons why you have to make sure that you are prepared from an emotional perspective as well, because it does really get lonely. It does really get lonely, and especially when those losses keep kicking in and you just sort of continue making bad decision after bad decision, right? A lot of you guys are obviously going to get depressed. I have been affected. I have suffered a lot of anxiety, etc. And if you've got the right skills, the right risk management, right, you're going to be able to hold yourself accountable. You're going to be able to have the best trading practices, and this is going to eventually and ultimately guide you. So what am I trying to say? Make sure you understand the basics, basic technical analysis. So when you use your technical analysis skills, right, and you also use the best filters and also the best strategy that fits you, right? Because the thing is, meme coin trading is a very, very unique journey, because your journey and your experience is very different from mine because we've got very different physical attributes, even financial attributes. For example, your time zone is different from my time zone. Your amount of liquidity is also different from my amount of liquidity. The schedule that I have is very different from yours. So you can't really use what works for me to apply it in your life. And this is one of the reasons why you really have to do very good self introspection, and you make sure that you understand how you operate as a human being. Look at your environment. When do you get to trade? When are the markets active in comparison to your time zone? Because what I have discovered is the US session is very, very helpful, and this is one of the reasons why sometimes as YouTubers, right, when we sort of talk about the best filters, a lot of you sometimes don't really get to benefit off of them because number one, you've got a different capital allocation amount. The amount of money that you are able to trade with is going to be different because somebody who's got like a $25,000 trading portfolio is going to have different trading strategies in comparison to somebody who's only trading with $100. You understand? So this is one of the reasons why before you even decide to like fully jump into meme coin trading, do self introspection. Figure out the type of capital that you have, the amount of capital that you have, and figure out a plan that caters to that specific capital. And look at the risk analysis revolving around the amount of money that you're going to be trading with. Just like I told you, right? Each and every capital threshold has to have a different strategy because if you're trading with 50,000 US dollars, right, you're not going to be able to have the same trading allocation in terms of per transaction, right, in comparison to somebody who's only trading with the $50. So your type of strategy is going to be very different. So all these things really do matter. So work on your skills, understand yourself, your environment, your capital, understand the amount of risk that you are willing to take and what is going to be beneficial for you, because these are very, very important. So go back to the basics. Talk about support, resistance, Wyckoff distribution, schematics, reaccumulation, volume profiles, the VWAP, and a lot of different volume profile indicators that you can get to utilize. Understand what type of filters are applicable to the amount of time that you have available, and also the capital that you have available when it comes to these trades. So all these matter, and it all boils down to your type of skills, your skills to analyze the environment, yourself, and your working strategy as well. So these are very, very important. Never ever copy any other traders. Copy trading never really works. Just like I earlier alluded to you, right? How are you going to be able to be successful when you are copying somebody's trades? Because number one, you do not really know the type of capital that they are using. You do not really know the type of level of skills that they have. This is one of the reasons why most of the people who copy trade popular wallets, a lot of them just end up being exit liquidity. So please, in the comment section below, please let me know if you have ever made money copying one of these popular YouTubers. Have you ever made money following a popular influencer's cryptocurrency wallet with regards to meme coin trading? It's impossible for you to do that because you are exit liquidity. 9 times out of 10, these guys are farming you, and this is one of the reasons why never ever copy foreign wallets. Of course, you can really get inspiration. What you can do is, if you are following a few couple of successful wallets, what you can do is reverse engineer it and figure out one of the reasons, or rather one of the many reasons why they decided to get into certain type of trades. However, most of the times the wallets that you're probably going to be following, right, the only reason why they make money is they've got a ton of people who are copying their wallets because they understand people's psychology. So this method is not really going to work for you. This is one of the reasons why I told you that meme coin trading is a personal journey. It's a journey that you're supposed to figure out yourself. Reverse engineer, try out a few trading strategies and see what works for you. Whenever you're seeing that you're getting consistent good P&L on your trades, then you sort of stick to whatever strategy that is working for you. So you thinking that you're going to make money because you are following so and so crypto millionaire who happens to be trading meme coins, trust me, 9 times out of 10 you're going to be used as exit liquidity, and you're always going to be losing money, and you're not going to be as fast as all the other people following that particular wallet. So please, there is a popular saying that goes, a carpenter is only as good as his tools. And this is one of the reasons why you obviously need to realize that trading is a player versus player type of arena. In order for you to make money, right, somebody on the other end has to lose. And this is one of the reasons why it's very important for you to have the proper tools that help accelerate your trading efficiency. Because if you're not really efficient when it comes to trading meme coins, right, a lot of times you're going to end up, number one, being rug pulled, number two, forgetting to take profits, or sometimes even round tripping whatever trades you're trading. And this is one of the reasons why having tools that specifically tackle and handle all the inefficiencies that we face as humans, as emotional beings, right? If you're having access to tools that are really going to help you execute properly, execute more efficiently, then why not use it? Why not use and utilize those privileges? And this is one of the reasons why I really want to talk about Sniperoo and the reasons why it has really helped my trading journey, because it has helped me do the things that I can't normally do as a trader. Because number one, we do not already have time to think about stuff. So this is one of the reasons why, if we have automated structures of how, number one, we want to take profit, we want to have a trailing stop loss, or basically we want to sort of protect our gains and also our capital, that's obviously going to make a big difference. And this is one of the reasons why we have trading bots such as Sniper. A long time ago, 5, 6, 8 months ago, right, very few people had access to trading pools, or rather trading bots. It was very, very difficult for you to find a Solana trading bot that was going to help you in your trading journey. But this time around, there's a couple of trading bots that really make our lives easier. And personally, I really love Sniperoo due to the fact that it has got way much more advantages in comparison to other existing trading bots such as NovaBot, TradeWiz, etc. And this is one of the reasons why having very, very good efficient trading bots is going to set you apart. So I've done a lot of tutorials about Sniperoo. One thing that I can tell you for a fact is you need to get it, you need to configure it, and make sure that you set up everything when it comes to your trading strategies. Number one, it's extremely lightning fast, as you can see right over here, right? It has got execution speeds under 900 milliseconds. It also has reliable auto sell system features with multiple trading options, and there's many different types of selling systems, like for example the grid selling system, the manual selling system, plus a whole lot of different stuff. The community around Sniperoo and the community within Sniperoo is absolutely very, very good as well. So if you guys also would like to be part of a meme coin community where people sort of share their strategies, the Sniperoo community is one of the easiest. So it's very simple for you to have access to this. All you have to do is go to sniperoo.app. Do not worry, the link is going to be in the description. If you want to use my referral link, I would definitely be very, very appreciative, and I would really prefer you guys to use my referral link, because it gives me more motivation to give you the best advice and the best strategies as far as meme coin trading is concerned. So once you sort of install the extension on your browser, if you're using Chrome, Mozilla, whatever, you're going to have access to this panel. Create your account. It's a simple sign up. It's a very easy extension to sort of embed in your browser. So once you have everything set up, this is what you're going to have. So in Sniperoo, you're able to configure all your strategies as far as your your trading strategies is concerned, it's very easy for you to do. You can put your multiple levels as far as take profits is concerned. And the most important thing that I like about Sniperoo is the trailing stop loss feature, because the trailing stop loss is definitely going to be able to help you safeguard your profits, and is also going to help you from getting rag pulled. So we've got a regular stop loss, which is obviously everybody understands what a stop loss is all about, right? But a trading stop loss feature is very different, and I haven't seen a lot of these trading bots on the market have a trading stop loss feature. So with a combination of the take profit levels, right, you can have multiple take profits level. You can take profit at a 2x, at a 3x, at a 5x, at a 10x, and so on and so forth. So with this automated sort of inbuilt feature, right, it allows you to be efficient in multiple ways. As a human, and sometimes you already know, like, most of these meme coin trades really happen at a very fast pace, and sometimes if you're manually doing everything by yourself, it's very difficult for you to follow through and execute. So this is one of the reasons why automated setups, trading setups, really help you to sort of get the best of whatever trades you're conducting. You understand? So this is one of the reasons why I highly recommend. So Sniperoo, with a combination of also using Axiom trade. So remember, I no longer use bullx or photon. I mostly trade on Axiom, and I use Sniperoo via Axiom. So Axiom has got many different sort of ways for me to audit meme coins and just basically be able to scan. It gives me a lot of good features, such as the Twitter tracker. Plus, when you like sort of go on a particular project, you can see a lot of different features which can help you make a very good decision as far as investments are concerned. So here you can see the number of bundlers, the insiders, whether a particular dev has created other projects before. So there's a lot more features with regards to your analysis. It helps you analyze from a broader perspective, which really gives you an advantage of it gives you an advantage in comparison to people who've got less advanced analyzing and scanning tools, if I can put it that way. So this is one of the reasons why I migrated, and ever since I started using Axiom Pro, combining it with Sniperoo, I've really been doing very well. So as you can see, this pop-up right over here is from Sniperoo. So as soon as you log onto Sniperoo, the pop-up from Sniperoo is going to be here. So I send my trading money on Sniperoo, and then I just sort of see what's happening and use Axiom Pro as an interface. And this really allows me to sort of have the privileges and the features that I was earlier talking about with regards to my take profits, my auto grid, my auto selling grids, and all these trailing stop losses. So this really helps me out a whole lot. So check out all the content that I've done on my YouTube channel, because I've really done extensive breakdowns on how you can use Sniperoo to make a lot of money. I've given you like beginner tutorials from A to Z about Sniperoo. So yeah, just check them out, and you guys are going to have very good advantage over a lot of people. Never ever underestimate the power of small gains. Let me explain. You see, most of the times, right, a lot of us really want to make the instant 1000x. We want to turn $500 into $1 million instantly. And this is one of the biggest killers of meme coin traders, because we've got that hope, because we've always heard these breakthrough stories where somebody just had one trade and they were successful and lucky. But most of the times, right, this is rarely going to be able to happen to the average trader. It really takes a very percentage of lucky traders to experience that one life-changing trade. So this is one of the reasons why I consistently advise my students and people who follow me to always take profit on small gains. Find pleasure in being grateful with the small profits that you get. If you are privileged enough to get about a 2x, right? Take your profits off of the table. Let's say, for example, right, you invest in at 35,000 US dollars, right? You get in at a market cap of about 35,000 US dollars, and the price goes to about 80,000 US dollars. Already you've made 100% profit. So once you make 100% profit, make sure you de-risk by selling 50% of your portfolio at 100x, right? That means you are already de-risking by grabbing your initial investments out. So let's say, for example, you invested $500 at a market cap of 35,000, right? And the price goes to about 70,000 US dollars. It means your $500 has turned into $1,000. So what you have to do is sell 50% of that to recoup your initial $500 investment, so that in case anything happens, right, you are going to be able to sort of still be in the game. You see, the secret to meme coin trading is self-preservation. Safeguard your portfolio. Make sure that you don't lose your money. Make sure that nobody ever loses or touches your money. And this is one of the reasons why having such a very important trading accessory or tool such as Sniperoo is going to help you. So remember, with regards to Sniperoo, right, it's very easy for you to take your profits, because you've got automated sell orders, and you also have trading stop losses. A trading stop loss is going to help you to sort of safeguard your initial investments, and it's always going to make sure that you are taken out of a trade whenever the price starts eating into your profits. Whenever you start getting, or rather losing your profits, right, the trading stop loss is going to kick in. If you've got a trading stop loss which is at 30%, right, or even 70%, right, it means once you are in profit and the price starts going below your profit threshold of about 70%, right, you're instantly going to be kicked out. And this is going to extend your self preservation. So what I usually like doing is, I'm very grateful. Whenever I'm trading, I make 100% profit. I always take out my initial profits. And if the trade continues doing very well, at a 2x, best believe I'm taking profits. At a 3x, I'm cashing out. At a 5x, at a 10x, at a 20x, and I'm always consistently taking profits. Because what's going to happen is there's going to be a point when these market cycles happen. Like right now, we're experiencing a turnaround. People who didn't cash out when the markets were very euphoric, when everybody thought we were going to continue going to $1,000 per Solana, right? A lot of these people got a rude awakening because they didn't cash out. So if you cashed out, right, you saw at the top when the price of Solana was like what, maybe like close to $200 or whatever. You would have bought back cheaper when the price was at $95, and you would have had much more bargaining chips as far as trading is concerned. But most of the times, right, by the time the cycle rinses and cleanses itself, right, you guys are going to run out of ammunition. You're not going to have any trading money, because you've been wiped out and you've been rug pulled multiple times. You are mentally sort of disturbed, you're emotionally triggered, and basically you do not really have any energy to sustain yourself. And this is one of the reasons why all you gotta do is remember, meme coin trading is all about longevity. It's all about self-preservation. It's all about being very strict as far as your take profit levels are concerned, and also your trading stop losses, your trailing stop losses, and also your static stop losses. These are very important. If you do find a winning trade, right, make sure you always have your auto sell levels at a 2x, at a 5x, at a 10x, at a 20x. Automate those transactions so that you don't really have any emotional attachments to it, because most of the times, you already know, you get too carried away. You get emotionally attracted to a project, and you really think this is it and it's going to change your life. And what ends up happening is you end up round tripping and you end up going back to zero. So remember, cryptocurrency is extremely risky. Remember the FTX saga? Remember when the price of cryptocurrencies crashed more than 90% during the the pandemic, right? The COVID pandemic, right? Remember how the markets were destroyed across all sectors of the cryptocurrency market. Like literally everything went back to zero, almost zero. Everything ended up losing more than 90% of its value. So when it comes to meme coin trading, cryptocurrency trading, just know that there's always another buying opportunity. There's always a crash which is going to happen. There's always going to be a hack which is going to happen. So always make sure that you take profits. Take profits and make sure you are able to sustain yourself. Cash out. Make sure you've got fiat currency. Make sure you've got assets that you can solve using the real world. And in case there's another opportunity in the market, you're able to get back in. It's not always a very good idea for you to keep your money in USDT, because USDT is still, you're still having your money in cryptocurrencies. Cash out using real fiat currency, have it in your bank account, buy real assets with it, so that whenever these market cycles happen, you always are able to jump in and just basically utilize and take advantage of the cheap prices, because there's always a market crash. There's always a cycle reset. A cycle reset is very important because there are overzealous traders like you. For example, you happen to be one of these traders who never take profit, and then you get destroyed by the markets. And then you just end up giving people like me who are experienced, and you make us, even more money because you do not have patience. So patience is important. If you take profits and you are patient, if you sell at the top, you guys are going to be very good. That's all I had for you today. Please let me know in the comment section below what other points I missed out and what other lessons are very good for you, because everybody has got experience to some extent. So please let me know what type of strategies you're using that are really, really giving you the juice, the results. Please, sharing is caring, so share with everybody else. In case I forgot any other stuff, feel free to add them in the comment section below. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be having more and more episodes just breaking down the things that really are going to sustain your meme coin trading journey. So this is all I had for you. I go by the name of Mona, aka Beyond 10x, aka CRYPTOHYPE. And talk to you a little bit later. I hope you found this refreshing, and I hope I brought you back to earth, because sometimes you could be a little bit overzealous. You need to be taken back to reality. You need to be brought back to reality, as a matter of fact. So that's all I had for you. Talk to you a little bit later. All your comments and contributions are welcome in the comment section below.